Hello, my name is Ena Lester, and this is my story on how I got back to Buffalo. So to start, I was born March 30th, 1999 over at St. Mary's in Lewiston. It was around 5 p.m., just in time for dinner, as my mom always likes to say. But we were not destined to stay here very long. My dad was in nursing school when I was born, and he graduated about 6 months later and moved us down to Nevada. The reason he did that was because he just had a much more lucrative opportunity there. He wasn't going to make as much if he decided to stay in New York to work as a registered nurse. So he went ahead and moved us down. The town was called Ely, and when I say rural, I mean rural. The population to this day, it really hasn't grown much, is around 4,000 for the town, and our closest Walmart is 3.5 hours away. So it truly is, you know, this tiny, tiny community that is very isolated. I lived there until I was 18, so pretty much my entire childhood before I decided to move and go to college. I was more than ready to move on. And I moved to another, honestly, pretty small town and community called Cedar City, Utah. It's, you know, has this gorgeous, beautiful red rock. I don't know if anybody watching this has seen it. And this ski resort called Bryan Head that's pretty popular. And I was going there for college. I was a pre-nursing major. I also started working at a residential treatment facility that I absolutely loved. And I had, you know, a boyfriend and all these new friends who were showing me, you know, this new perspective to life compared to what I had known, you know, living in my small town. However, 2021, aftermath of COVID, I think like a lot of people, I, you know, had this big perspective change and this, you know, big break in my life where I dropped out of college. I quit my job due to burnout, and my boyfriend of 3.5 years had broken up with me. So I decided, shoot, it's time to pack my bags and head on back to New York to be with my dad and my stepmom and my family out here. And this has just been fantastic the last 2 years. Part of the reason that culminated in, you know, these big things of dropping out of college, quitting my job, you know, separation from my boyfriend, is that I struggled with depression for most of my life. And since I've moved here, you know, I've made leaps and bounds in what I like to call, you know, my self-healing journey. So, you know, to say Buffalonians have been wonderful to me would be an understatement. And part of what's led to this, you know, self-healing journey for me has been, I work at Great Lakes Dental Technologies, and instead of, you know, being hands-on all the time with like patients or clients who just need me in such a big way 24/7, I'm actually able to just kind of sit at my spot, you know, by myself and have my headphones in all day. So I got introduced to this book. This was like my, you know, beginning. It was called Confidence Gap, and I had dabbled in therapy before, and I was really starting to develop some good mindfulness habits, but this book sort of propelled my big interest in self-help literature. And after reading another, you know, probably 7-8 books and finding a couple more that just truly resonated with me, I can say that I feel much better, and I'm much happier now. And, you know, part of it is this wonderful community. The person who recommended the Confidence Gap to me was a wonderful coworker of mine. And yeah, I'm glad to be back. I'm very thankful for, you know, my circumstances and everyone that's around me. And I'm glad to be back in school. Although I'm not back for pre-nursing, I decided to switch to dental hygiene, and I think, you know, I've developed a lot of discipline practices since I've been here, and I'm really ready to tackle it again. So thank you so much for listening to my story. I absolutely can't wait to watch some of your guys's. And yeah, thank you. Have a wonderful day.